owners of those private facilities. So it is not entirely true to say that they are sending the labs outside solely based on deteriorating lab results. That is false. How can a laboratory that is certified by international bodies and local bodies, we are duly certified, and we are certified under the ISO 15189, International Standard Organization for Standardization. All these procedures come through years of hard work of medical laboratory scientists at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital. If we were not that hardworking, if we were not going by standard, how did we get here, and how did we get all these accreditations? And how are we today serving the general public after so many years? And is that to say that all these years, all patients who have been looked after or who have been treated in Korle-Bu were treated by results from external laboratories? It doesn't say so. And it's not robots who are in the private laboratories that are working. Yeah. It is the same professionals, the same colleagues of ours that were sitting in various classes that are also running the labs outside. So they should come clear. The issue has not been just only about deteriorating lab results as they claim, but also their own personal benefit that they get because in the name of tips and commissions. So there are deeper issues underground that are going on, that if they really wanted a resolution, they would have called us to the table to look at how best we can have scientifically approved and amicable resolution to some of these issues. So we have been very clear with our points that we believe in the credibility of the results or the testing that we are doing at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital. And any attempt by any other party to malign our image and say that we are producing wrong results is going to be resisted. And we are not going to allow the general public to also be swayed by such claims. So that's why we are here to clear the air.
Because a Korle-Bu lab enyejuma ye kaza lab results whereby enya correct enya accurate no krebianim results nyina ye correct no yejuma pepepe
no krebianim. It's not true. Okay. We are working based on scientific standards.
Yeah. But at what point now a doctor may recommend a private facility nanka ye go by the standard operating procedure? Now at what level now doctor be recommended for, let's say, a third party say
so
a third party be
so there are instances where maybe Korle-Bu is having some shortage of reagents, and whatever we need to run those tests are not available, or maybe there is a machine breakdown which happens sometimes, and these are normal in the practice. These things happen. These are things that happen. You might have logistical challenges, you might have machine challenges and all of that. So in these cases they do refer some of the labs outside.
And yeah, no, I also want them to communicate. Now,
exactly. We want to run. Exactly. I was saying, Omokra, with the structure we have, we at Central Lab are able to take or handle those patients and look at how to transport those samples and then run them, or look at how we can make logistics available within the shortest possible time to run those tests. In instances where it is an emergency and it is very, very, very urgent, and we feel that there is a breakdown of machine and we cannot run it at this time, sometimes some of these tests are referred outside to be run.
Percentage wise, cases are doctors I refer to in your lab or home. They would do send a Korle-Bu more mutimi running.
Oh, so far, roughly, I can say that we can run about 80%. Yes, about 80% to 90% of the various labs we can run them based on the request that they make. There are a few specialized ones. That is also, we have a lab. We have a lab called the pathology lab. There are a few specialized ones too that are run at the pathology lab. But basically, for majority of the tests that they request at Korle-Bu, we are able to run them in the hospital. And yet still, you have our machines running. You have government investing so much money, and you have doctors referring cases outside in the name of personal benefits, and then they are not coming clear with us. They are now telling us that it is because our results are deteriorating. The question is that if indeed lab results are deteriorating, what measures did they put in place? What have been the complaints so far? And where have we, as a team, had an engagement with management to really look at the issue on ground. And where are the real evidences and the facts?
Before we declare almost strike, almost frame on the Montanas in the Mudi in say, guys, Yanimuna, but I'm saying lab results no Modebrayano. I say, Nadia, recommending him into a bay on the day. Munya, some conversation.
There be Omo Frey.
Omonimo and and also on this statement by Korle-Bu, lab Moyeno, and fact.
Say there be Oman Frey, Ede Omumbuye. They did not call us for any engagement on the plans they are having so far. And then we heard from the media that we applied force. We have never applied force anywhere. If there is evidence that we once applied force, they should come clear. They should let us know the evidences that show that indeed we applied force to resist them from working with us. There has not been any such instances.
And this omukase management enye bibi mfa ho a. What is your understanding of what they meant by that? So management enye bibi mfa ho nyesa womo ebe strike. Management enye hwe into omo strike. A day into the strike, say a call of the strike. Adenya management no mo share mo assurance and say ombe bibi afa ho.
So there are pressing issues that are going on. They were pressing on management to sort of allow for a collaboration between us and the doctors in our working spaces to come and learn, to come and further their studies. And then there were demands again for leadership or headship of the laboratory sub-BMC, which is what we are resisting against. So if you say you want to collaborate with us, we are open for collaboration. But if you say that we are not of age to manage our own affairs, and so you want to bring a medical doctor to come and then head over the laboratory sub-BMC, we are sorry, we are not going to agree with that, because we have come of age, we have evolved over the years. We have more than qualified professionals to be able to handle our own affairs. And as for the headship of the laboratory sub-BMC, we are resolute that we want one of our own to man us. Because you can't enter the pharmacy and go and tell them that by virtue of being a medical doctor, you want to come and then head the pharmacy. Or by virtue of reading a program in pharmacy, you want to come and head the pharmacy department. You can't go to the HR department and say that you want to come and head the HR department. We want to manage and head our own selves because we have come of age.
Yeah, here issues are doctors and no we and Korle-Bu nko a ho no mpese wo mo nya medical doctor no head mo.
This issue has gone on. ABC will confirm not some years back. A koye ntoka omo strike. Then later on the National Labour Commission came in and then the issue was handled. As I speak to you now, other hospitals have now even formed the Allied Health Directorates, and then they have placed the laboratory sub-BMC under them. And so now the directorate is handling its own affairs and all professions under it. And other hospitals who are having their own people handling or manning their various labs, the other teaching hospitals are having MLSs or medical laboratory scientists heading the various laboratories. But in the case of Korle-Bu, the story is different. We started this fight since 2016. Till date, we are in this fight with them. This didn't start today. We started this since 2016, and then Korle-Bu has consistently resisted. We have had to embark on industrial actions. In 2018, we had an industrial action. In 2024, we notified that we wanted to embark on an industrial action. And through that, we are being called by stakeholders to come to the round table and renegotiate and see how we can resolve the matter. Currently, as I speak to you, the matter is before the National Labour Commission, still pending finality and discussion. And yet, management of Korle-Bu is still going ahead to make unilateral decisions or unilateral conclusions on who should handle the lab, which we think is not fair on our part.
Okay. Tiabusia, yedi enkomo na ya hwe de ekoso ewo lab for na doc gracefully wache yesimane kakra ofira adwuma mu ana waba ntimi na okase nkrofo gu na chi a osore ya wo sa akọ o ma ye be 20 minutes bi enti enche ye begya no na wakọ akotoa ne dwumadie eso